Now, we're going to be looking at two things in this video. One, how bad default loadouts affect the game, and two, we're going to discuss Chronos flat cooldown reduction against non-flat cooldown reduction. Now, let's go ahead and start with Seris. Seris is the worst support in the game. The only reason you might be winning with her is because the enemy team is not buying Cauterize. You see, once Cauterize 3 is in effect, you will only be healing people for 375 over 1.5 seconds if you're playing any talent other than the bad talent Mortal Reach. Now, that is bad for two reasons. One, 375 isn't that much, and two, your ally has to stay alive for the entire duration of you channeling to get healed for that low amount. So Seris does not heal for that much once people buy Cauterize 3. Now, this is true for all supports. So why is Seris the worst support? You know, let's give an example. Grover will only heal for 200 under Cauterize, but it's instant, and he can do it multiple times if someone gets an elimination or if he uses cooldown reduction cards or whatever. He can heal the entire team at the same time if they're grouped up together. Well, Seris sort of can do that too, except she can't heal herself with the ability, but still Grover is better than her. And the reason is Seris cannot stun anyone, slow anyone, cripple anyone, silence anyone. She has no utility whatsoever. Zero utility, except the ult, which is the worst ult on supports. It only does a little bit of stun and lockout time that can be avoided by any shield. Any shield will stop your ult, and everyone's got enough time to just deploy their shield and block it. Some people argue that you can combo her ult with others, but others do not require you for their ult to be effective. They can just be smart about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Seris. Now, I'm gonna be defending Seris on one thing, which is people flaming her on a card on the default loadout. So let's go ahead and stand right outside the range that we can target Fernando. So if I move up a bit, I can heal him. Now if I move back one bit, I just tap the button, I can't. Now I'm gonna demonstrate a little bug related to hitboxes. See what happens if I just rotate my mouse. I can heal him. So let's go ahead and go back again. I can still heal him as long as I'm not looking at him. Okay, one more bit, and I still can. A little bit more, and I can't, even if I start flaming. So you don't have to slowly find it, you can just hold right mouse button and flail with the mouse, and you'll get it. So this isn't really that much, it only gives you 5 units of range, but it's useful to know. It's not that great of a tip, but it's still something. It's a minor bug, not really that important. So let's go ahead and talk about the card in question. Now, I'm not playing Mortal Reach for now, because otherwise I would be able to target him from this range. As a matter of fact, you can snipe your heals with this. It's a bad talent. I'm playing a talent that does not give me any range, and I'm going to be talking about this card right here. Now, the loadout I was using, which is this one, does not have it. I cannot get any more range on this talent and this loadout. Now, what this card says is wrong. It says increase the range at which Restore Soul can target allies by 20%. Now, let's go back and read the text here. Increase the range of Restore Soul. So basically, people always think this is the same thing that the talent Mortal Reach will do. No, this is wrong. Let's go ahead and demonstrate that. I have it at 5. I'm just outside the range to target Fernando, and I'm gonna equip it. Nothing. Oh, we were a little bit closer than that. But I cannot target Fernando. I just cannot do it. It did not give me any extra range whatsoever. So what does this card do then? Is this card useless? No. It actually affects nearby targets. If you read Restore Soul, it says nearby allies are healed for 40% of the healing done to your main target. So if I was able to heal this Ying, this Victor will be getting 40% of that healing. Which is, by the way, under Cauterize 3, just 100. So Seris cannot keep anyone alive. That's why people hate her. She does nothing. Let's go ahead and go back to our discussion. The card will only affect how much distance between these two there can be for them both to get healed at the same time. And that's that. This is why Soul Collector Seris players use this loadout wrongly. They waste so much on a useless card for their playstyle. You just do not want to run this card because it's wrong. It's so wrong. It's misleading even. So this was our tip for Seris. If anyone starts flaming you for playing this useless loadout talent with this default loadout, this card has wrong text. Now, yes, they are correct to tell you that you're playing default loadouts, which you should not be. Never ever use default loadouts as training wheels. Why? Because they might just render you absolutely useless. We're not gonna demonstrate this on Seris. We're gonna go ahead and change our champion into Grover. So what exactly does Grover have wrong in his default loadouts? Let's go ahead and check out Rampant Blooming.